so confused.
It's just,
I am confused, and it's not my fault.
it's just is
Good
that
day, mateys.
good day.
Welcome to my ship. We're setting sail today
Your
with a
what?
destination yet to be determined. Your assignment this morning is to pick a location of your daydreams. Don't do it what your nightmares at night tell you about. I want to know what you daydream about. Pick a location from your daydreams and tell us the latitude and longitude, the coordinates, look them up, and call us and tell us what those are and why you've chosen it. As usual, you may remain without identity. You don't have to tell us who you are, kind of like Crime Stoppers. You don't have to name the location, just give us the accurate coordinates so we can look it up here very quickly and we can discuss it with you. How about that? That
Okay.
is your mission today,
I
if
don't
you
know
choose
where
to
I wanna
accept
go.
it. Happy Wednesday. This
Hump
is
day.
live and local real talk, and I'm Rayford Brown, no longer the deplorable one, as some person or persons yet to be identified took my shirt right off my back.
I apologize. I took it down. I've got to get back up, but I had to fix some stuff that
Don't
were falling.
apologize for that. It was time.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you then. Yeah, shirt disappeared. What'd you do with it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Cats are enjoying it. Huh?
No. I've had to come up with some kind of a target.
Oh, B27 wearing a shirt.
Hey, would you like to wear this?
What's the holes in it?
Take off. No, it won't have holes in it when you first put it on.
Oh.
Start running.
Well, I had a shirt. It was said United States Postal Service, and it had little places in it to
Bullet
make
holes.
it look like bullet holes.
Going postal. I'm going
I had
postal.
jury duty once. I thought, I'm just going to wear that in there.
No. That's like when
Ma'am, you may leave.
jury duty and me having something that says I don't dial 911 instead of Magnum Smith on the front of it. One bang.
You could get away with it maybe nowadays, but you couldn't back when Judge Strickland was a judge.
Oh, heck,
he'd lock you up.
No, he and I got along.
No, he'd lock you up.
I got along with him when he was a lawyer.
I've seen him send people home for wearing jeans. I'm like,
okay,
man.
What's going on? Anything? How about 1911 on this date?
The shirtwaist fire.
Yeah,
What is
shirtwaist
that?
fire in New York City. Had a big old close quarters, hard to get out of. One of those, what did they call it? Hot house places where
Another
everybody's
9/11.
crammed together.
Another 9/11.
No, that's fire. Something called fire inside.
Yeah, but it
just
happened
swept
in
through.
1911.
Happened in 1911. 146 people were killed. So,
Is that
yeah.
when OSHA was created after that?
Well, yeah, probably.
Wow.
Anyway, lots of stuff what's going on and lots of things all around the world. Sugar Ray Robinson, remember him?
Yes.
He defeated Carmen Basilio for middleweight title.
Ooh.
Martin Luther King Jr., he led a march against the Vietnam War in 1967.
I see.
In 1967, that march against the Vietnam War was in Washington, D.C. It was in October. You know why I know that?
Why were you there?
Because I got stopped. We had a change of buses in there.
Oh.
And I was on my way to New Jersey.
By bus?
Yeah.
How exciting.
No.
Would you take a bus nowadays?
If I could go armed, because other people are going to be.
Too many crazy things on buses.
No, well, I didn't have a choice. I mean, I was either that or walk because they
Well, I understand,
the
yes.
Coast Guard paid for it.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay, I get it.
Okay, going to start off the morning with some headline news dealing with violence across southeastern North Carolina. We're going to flash through these. 31-year-old Taniqua Keener was arrested by the ECU Health Police Department this week, charged with punching a police officer at a Greenville hospital and causing a commotion while drunk.
You think?
Happened Monday at the ECU Health Medical Center. She then demanded police call her effing mama. That's what she said. 22-year-old Jaden Gillian Singleton was arrested Monday and will answer charges of assault that left a victim seriously injured. Greenville police say it happened in the wee morning hours of January 25th at a downtown Greenville bar. Gillian Singleton and the victim got into a battle of words that ended with the accused punching the victim until he dropped to the floor. Prior to the fight, the two apparently did not even know each other. When you're told to leave a business by the owner or the manager, it's generally wise to get out.
Mhm.
38-year-old Henri Frizel did not follow instructions. Cops were called, and the responding Kinston police officers told Mr. Frizel to. He started to leave. He had his last chance. Then he turned around, grabbed a seat at McDonald's restaurant, sat down. Then the officers arrested him. Simple, right? But that's when the fight started. You can predict the outcome. Off to jail he eventually went. Bond was set at $10,000. Yep. Second-degree trespass, 2 counts of assault on law enforcement officers, resisting arrest, obstructing and delaying, and injury to personal property. Will they never learn?
How was that Eddie McMuffin?
It was more than he could handle, no doubt about that.
Wow.
20-year-old Zachary Jones of Pitt County was arrested on Saturday after deputies say he stabbed a woman in the chest and the back with a steak knife. What is wrong? Jones was taken to the Pitt County Detention Center, that's the county jailhouse, and is being charged with assault with a deadly weapon with the intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, as well as a misdemeanor charge of assault on a female. The victim, according to deputies, is a friend of it. Are you ready? The victim is a friend of his fiance. Wonder how that relationship's going to work out. Maybe the judge can be persuaded to perform the wedding ceremony. After the trial, the victim could be the bridesmaid.
I see a breakup.
Talk about a made-for-Springer TV segment. Jones is being held in the Pitt County bed and breakfast under a $500,000 bond.
$500,000?
Yeah, he was apparently not nice and
dumb.
Oh God! I just went through and picked a bunch of headlines.
Eastern North Carolina news in a flash.
What that was interesting. Now, on the local scene, it wasn't criminal, but it could have become criminal. A bit of a gas problem yesterday.
Yes.
Natural gas problem.
I just checked to see if there was any update because the sheriff's office had been putting updates all day long on their app.
Yeah.
And the last one was at 4:06 p.m. yesterday, and they were still repairing it. Nothing since then, but I'm thinking they probably have it fixed and opened back up. They created a gridlock throughout everywhere.
Traffic was rerouted, and then some people decided they would, I know a better route.
We'll take Gum Branch.
And that was a mistake.
That was.
If you're going to use that as a speedy way to get home, when there's traffic tied up in other locations, good luck.
First of all,
sorry,
it's normally 4 to 6 p.m.
It's bad.
It's bad, and so there was a lot of people that knew
it's bad.
You can't go Richlands Highway, so we'll cross over. We'll go to Gum Branch. Well, guess what?
We're smart.
Yes, and even those on 17 that were bypassing that area and taking 17, because you can take 17 and then cut on over, like on Onslow Pines Road or something like that, and cut over.
No,
but it was all backed up, and I read where one person said they sat in traffic for over 2 hours.
Bless their heart.
It was at a standstill, and I'm like,
And then there was the concern about falling ashes from the sky.
The sky was on fire yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, they're doing a controlled burn. I don't know where it is.
Croatan is what I heard.
Yeah, they had one at Lejeune last week or week before last. I saw plumes of smoke coming up. It's kind of normal to do that this time of year.
Right.
And a lot of times they will pick. I'm not a firefighter, but as I recalled having to do stories, they would pick certain days like a light breeze so that it would speed through and just do the underbrush because that's what they want. They don't want them burning up the trees.
Well, they should have burnt everything down yesterday.
Well, when it goes through and burns fast, a rapid moving fire, then it doesn't sit in one spot. It burns up all the undergrowth, finds more, and then it burns that underbrush, and then it just keeps going. And that way it doesn't go up into the trees and do any damage there.
I was just surprised, and I understand the thing about, the winds, and I know that these are not dummies out there. They're Forest Service, and they're firefighters. They know what they're doing. But I did feel like, wow, it's awful windy today.
Well, that's what yesterday. They want.
But it was
they want some fast-moving wind. Now, here's the thing that gets into trouble, as it did a dozen years ago or so.
Yeah.
Aboard Camp Lejeune, one got out of control because the winds were shifting. And when you get shifty winds, it's kind of like shifty people. They're not dependable. And when those winds shifted, and then for the next days, it was about a week or so, as I recall. Now, it was happening here, but I was on my way back I had taken my boat to Riceville Beach to pick up some people to give them a ride or something somewhere they wanted to do that. And they did. And on my way back, I looked back over towards Lejeune and whatever, and saw this bunch of smoke coming up, and then I could smell it. And I said, this is going to be messy. And it was still clear where I was going. So I got home, and then the news was out and everything about this thing. Yeah, kind of a big thing getting out of control. Well, over the weekend, that was like a Thursday or Friday, something like that I did this. On Saturday, I had some fishing to do up at out of Beaufort Inlet. So I went to Beaufort. And you could not, when I pulled out the inlet, going out the inlet,
right,
you could not see the Cape Lookout Tower. It was blocked out. The little area there, the hook behind the Cape Lookout jetty there, there's a hook in there. You couldn't see anything. You couldn't see anything near shore. When you got off into the ocean, everything was clear, but up near shore, that smoke it just covered everything. And stink? Holy moly.
Well, I was in
smoldering mess.
Carteret County yesterday, and as I was leaving and coming back to Jacksonville, I looked over towards Maysville, New Bern, all that area, and I was like, man, the sky is on fire. I mean, there was black smoke everywhere, which I knew they were burning anyway, so I knew that's what it was about. And but I actually had ashes falling on my truck, and I was like, wow, I washed the pollen off only to get ashes on it now. So, but it was interesting, and I know they were doing some burning still on base, because we have a regular listener who lives in Sneeze Ferry, and he said that it was very smoky there. My daughter said it was very smoky. She was out there at the beach working, and there were ashes falling there too. So, it was just kind of crazy yesterday with the smoke and the fires, the traffic, the gas leak. It was crazy yesterday.
Yeah, well,
I got home and I said, I'm not going out.
Yep. Okay, our numbers are 910-333-0139 and 910-333-0139. Give either one of those numbers a call. We'd still like to know what destination would you like to be going to for this, taking a vessel, a ship, a boat,
vacation,
a plane. Well, right now, a plane's not the best idea, but if you're somewhere that you would like to go or plan to, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm trying to turn the phone so I can see the caller ID.
Got it. All right. So
I'm sitting different now. I'm sitting in a different chair, so I can't see.
Okay.
All right, we're good. Go ahead.
Anywho, if you would like to just look it up, Google it, and find out what its coordinates are, because I'm just kind of curious. I'd like to punch them in my computer here and see where you're talking about.
Where would you like to go?
I've been to a lot of places. I've never dove the Red Sea. I would like to do that, but that's such a trip. My most favorite desire would be to go to the South Pacific. There are several locations there, islands where we did battle in World War II. There's the USS North Carolina battleship. When we had a battleship named the North Carolina. Now it's the Memorial. It's not a battle.
Right.
It's not the USS North Carolina. It's the battleship Memorial. But back in World War II, as a battleship, it put some stuff on the bottom, and I've looked, and yes, there are within diving range for me.
Well, let me ask you this:
125, 30 feet.
What's in Charlotte, North Carolina? Anything good there?
Charlotte.
Yeah.
The Provision Company.
What is that?
It's a great restaurant right on the water.
Oh, I'm gonna write that down. My sister and I are talking about going to Charlotte this weekend.
No,
I'm sorry.
You said Charlotte. I'm thinking Southport.
Oh,
Charlotte's too far inland.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. We're thinking about going to Charlotte this weekend, just Saturday. We got some good thrift stores there.
Take a go over to the Provision Company, downtown Charlotte. Southport.
All right, I'm a provision company. She said there was some kind of big restaurant there was.
It's not big. It's right on the water. It's, you can go by. I don't think I've ever driven there by car. It's always been by boat when we're in the area.
All right, I'll look it up. Check it out.
Get some conch fritters.
Conch fritters.
Conch fritters. Oh, it's good.
Can I have the shell?
No.
Will they give you the shell?
No. No.
I want the shell.
Okay.
I have quite a few of those.
Conchs?
Yes.
We got one or two around here.
Yeah, I remember I brought a couple of them one year for the big cooking contest that we had.
Which is coming up, and I've got to place my order, and I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to repeat year one.
Oh, that was so good. I could bathe my face in it.
It was, even people who don't like seafood, they seem to enjoy it, and they kept coming back and kept coming back. I fed them until I was out. Let's just put it that way.
An idea for our table covers. I'm not saying anything right now.
Let's do something different.
We're going to do something different.
And those little, the couple of extra ladies that I'd like to add for to go up and to deliver the food to the judges. We need to arrange for that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
We see them on Friday nights.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to get busy. We have like a month.
You got to get your butt together.
And then there's certain person is coming down that's going to be a part of it.
Well, he's going to be here for fun
a little bit.
And I want him to, it's going to be good. He's going to be here, and he's the insurance commissioner of North Carolina.
Yes. Come meet him.
He's going to bring he's going to cook something.
Yes.
And bring it on.
I know what it is.
We'll help. I don't care. It will help him.
Right.
With.
And we need to get Royce and them to set his table next to ours.
Well, we can do
so that way.
We can go back and forth.
I told him I'd help him a little bit.
We can collaborate.
He said, "You're going to help me?" And I said, "Well, I'm on a different team.
It's okay.
But I will be there to help you.
It's to raise money, and you. Folks,
that's right.
You folks, all y'all need to buy tickets to come to this event. You could once you get the ticket, you can go in and sample every product that's there. Anybody that's got food, you can take a taste of it.
$15 a ticket.
$15 a ticket. You can't go to McDonald's for that. And they will have desserts as well, and they will have other things,
salads and desserts and
extra.
Yes.
But you can sample
tea, water.
You can sample all the
coffee.
Stuff.
Yes. Yeah. And it's so much fun. And the smack talk, just warn you all.
Yeah.
And God forbid.
I'm bringing a sword. I don't know what Mike's going to bring.
It might cause he beats you out. Oh, Lord have mercy.
I have handcuffs.
Mike. Yeah, but he's coming from vacation and coming all the way to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Good for him.
So get ready. It's going to be fun.
And I think there ought to be a couple of our state representatives,
Just saying, Wyatt.
Senator
Phil.
Y'all need to
Senator
step up to the plate. Let's make this a heck of a fundraiser.
I think we should.
I don't believe y'all got the guts to come in.
See, who else can we
chicken-livered people.
Who else can we get?
Well, we got a few county commissioners and a few city council people. We got all sorts of people.
Oh, that reminds me, I got to put down.
Why don't we get that little guy about this tall? Not the commissioner, the other one.
He just go buy some.
No, not that one.
You talking about Robin?
No, I'm talking about John.
John Davis?
Legato.
Oh, John Legato.
Maybe cool. I mean, he's an Italian.
Can he cook?
He'll have to. His wife can help him. She can cook.
Oh.
She can also make wine.
This could be a real throwdown.
We need to make this good. We need to get him in here.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Looking towards the deep blue ocean waters offshore, a weak coastal trough is developing along the coast today. The next cold front to impact area waters arrives later in the week with another round of brisk winds and rough seas, including a risk of gale force winds. The highest marine impacts are expected late Friday into Saturday. Today, out to 20 nautical miles, northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas 3 to 5, 10 seconds apart with 2 to 3 foot seas near shore. Sounds and rivers of moderate chop tomorrow. Northwesterly winds around 5 knots, becoming southerly in the afternoon, seas 2 to 4 every 10 seconds. not big. They're kind of far apart, but be careful. They're going to get worse. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to light chop beginning tomorrow tomorrow's Thursday, tomorrow afternoon. Friday, southwesterly winds. Now don't go 15 to 20. Seas 2 to 4 feet. It sounds low, but they're going to be close together, and it's going to be choppy. Tried to even to get to the inlet. Sounds and rivers will be choppy. Conditions are forecast to begin to deteriorate overnight Friday. That said, pay attention to later forecasts as the conditions could get worse earlier in the day.
More worse, yes.
More worse.
More worse. Right. Today, mostly sunny with a high near 69. North wind around 7 miles per hour, becoming east in the afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 15. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low around 48. Thursday, sunny with a high near 77. Friday, a chance of afternoon showers, mostly sunny with a high near 86. And Friday night, we do have showers and thunderstorms will be likely, mostly cloudy with a low around 45. But it's going to clear up for the weekend and be beautiful.
Yeah.
But Friday night, yes.
Yeah. This morning, about an hour or so ago, hour and a half ago, we started getting reports from our ham radio guys out there.
And girls.
And one lady. Randy out in Southwest on his golf cart this morning. It was 38 degrees in the Southwest community, 87% humidity, calm wind, nothing. 30.32 inches of mercury, and nobody had any water, no rain. Okay. And back swamp, Lee, 38 degrees, 89% humidity. Sounds like a broken record almost. Northeasterly winds, they were light, 30.19 inches of mercury. Carol, over in River Bend, up the river around the bend, 38 degrees, 85% humidity, easterly wind at 1. Joe in the Borough, 38 degrees, 91% humidity, mostly calm winds. He said they've had a little breeze every now and then from the northeast, not much, 30.18 inches of mercury. Ward, who's across on the other side of the White Oak River in Cedar Point, 41 degrees, 88% humidity, northeasterly winds, 5 to 10. It's getting breezy, 30.39 inches of mercury. Ken in Onslow Bay, 41 degrees, 71% humidity, and getting kind of breezy. Lee here over in the woodlands, everybody's pretty flat across the board here.
Yes.
It's pretty consistent. That's unusual.
It is.
We get temperatures and stuff varying across the county, but we've got this area blanketed right now. In the woodlands, 39 degrees, 78% humidity, southwesterly wind at 1. 30.35 inches of mercury. Here at the studio, at that time, it was 39 degrees. It's now 41 degrees. Yay, we got a heat wave coming. 41 degrees, and humidity has increased just a little bit. It's now 88%. Winds were from the west-southwest. They're from the southeast at nothing right now, with up to 2 miles per hour from time to time. 30.19 inches of mercury and holding. And nothing in the rain gauge.
Well, I find it interesting. I listen to all the guys calling in with their weather reports, and it's always so interesting. Like, I think my winds were like at southwest this morning, I think is what I reported. They were like 1 mile an hour, occasional 2. But it's crazy because you listen to different parts of the county where my wind might be at southwest. You've got somebody that's living up here closer to Carteret County. Their winds are at northeast or something. So it's just, you always think of weather like for Jacksonville, Onslow County, everybody's the same.
No.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, I don't know whether the air station still has a weather monitoring system set up out there. It doesn't show up. It doesn't show up. It shows up,
right?
But it's identical to what the weather is at the airport here. It used to be the weather on the river where the air station is was significantly different, especially in the cold of winter and in the hot heat of summer. And during the summertime, it's cooler there than it is at the airport.
Right.
Wintertime, it's warmer there because the water temperature is never as cold as the air.
Right.
So when we get down into 15 degrees, it might be 21 degrees at the airport, at the air station.
Well, that's like we live about 5 miles apart. 5.5 miles apart is what I figured one day. And where, we'll have storms come through. And there was one day I got almost an inch in 30 minutes. Yeah. You got barely anything.
Well, during the summertime, I'm sure all you people remember driving somewhere. I do. Mm-hmm. We would go to Wilmington quite often, and we would get into, back when I got older and traveling back and forth from Jacksonville to Wilmington and vice versa, going along in the summertime, I have run into rain, and the clouds it was so thick, so dark, slow way down, and pouring rain because traffic was at a standstill almost. Some people were pulling over. Remember the days when you'd pull over, it rained so hard?
Yes.
Windshield wipers couldn't keep up
you
with
put on your plane, you put on your four ways, and you pull up. That's
get off
right.
the road. And but this one of those days, I remember that. The rain was coming down so hard you couldn't see, slowed way down, lights on, kick the flashers on if you're still driving because I could see enough in front of me, and I just wanted people behind me to know that I was there. And then the fools would come fly by me, and I'm like, oh, you guys are idiots. But whatever. But then all of a sudden, it's daylight. You get out from underneath that cloud, bright sun. It's like, holy moly. You walk into a room with operating room lights on or something. It can vary that much.
Yes, it can. It's always interesting. Excuse me.
Watching Trump's news conference yesterday.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
It wasn't supposed to be exactly a news conference. It was supposed to be the swearing-in ceremony for his new Homeland Security chief. I continue to be confused. Even before first of all, I was confused about this gentleman. He was a U.S. House member, or was he a senator? I forgot which. Anyway, his first name is Mark Wayne. Mark Wayne, but it's one name. It's not a Mark and then a middle name Wayne. It's Mark Wayne Mullen. So that got me going right up front. But even before he finishes convoluted comments about Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen, he was talking about how great that he and the administration was doing in getting Iran under control. This was not, you can do that after you get through, but he went into it pretty quickly.
Right.
And that was just disconcerting and disjointed and whatever. The swearing in seemed like an excuse to talk about himself and his policies, including bragging rights about everything he's personally done. He is like the Democrats are about him and Republicans. He is exactly the same way, 180 out, of course, about the Democrats and Schumer, for instance. They are so polar opposite, but they're exactly 180 degrees out. Somewhere out there amongst the Democrats and amongst the Republicans are two groups of people that see not eye to eye, but they can understand each other and appreciate each other's feelings, right?
Right.
Not him.
Right.
And not Schumer and not so many others on either side. They're too polarizing. He did reference Secretary Mullen, his wife, who was there with their children.
Oh, Mark Wayne.
Mark Wayne Mullen's wife was there with him to watch this swearing in, and his children were there, which was great. But then he starts talking about, we've killed all of these people in Iran, and we're going to kill some more. Excuse me, children, but this is what's going on. What?
I see.
Then he asked Mullen, and at least one of the kids, who was not a kid, he is a wrestler in high school or something, if they agreed with his policies. He did reference Secretary Mullen, but he just he asked him if he wanted to say something, which he did. He gave him about 30 seconds. He brought up Hegseth, he said, can you do this in about 3 minutes, sum this up and summarize it in 3 minutes? Well, he did it in about a minute and a half. He did a good job. The Secretary of War did a magnificent job.
That's a lot longer than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but he did a good job in putting it all together and, pulling it out and showing us. And I understood him. I didn't understand Trump. I was confused. In the middle of all that, he took questions from the media who were there covering the swearing-in ceremony.
Yeah.
Obviously, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not letting anybody off. They had nothing but second and third string reporters there. Why do I know that? Because they were, when they got a chance to ask questions, they were.
Right. It used to
It was
be
on. It was on. You don't.
Right.
You know what you're going to ask. You better know what you're. And you should be able to, Mr. President, listen about that. It'd be kind of like me if I. No.
Well, not everybody can be a Peter Dooley.
A Peter Ducey.
Ducey, yes. I knew Dooley was wrong when I said Ducey.
No, that was Tom Dooley.
That was Tom Dooley, and that's his brother.
Yeah. Peter Ducey?
Yes.
brother by another mother and father. Yeah, buddy.
Peter Ducey. Yeah, not everybody can be a Peter Ducey.
These reporters were asking questions, but they were reading these questions, and they wouldn't know what to do for a follow-up if their lives depended on it. I'm sorry. They were programmed. Yeah. It was programmed.
Well, he kicked out some of those news reporters from a while back, that didn't want to agree with him and didn't want to ask respectful.
Well, reporters are not there to argue. Right. They're there to ask questions. Ask your questions, and then you can,
sit down.
Ask your questions and do your follow-up questions, which you should do. You're looking for sound bites. You're looking for information. You're not there to argue. You do not have an opinion.
Dr. Stein.
Is she on the line?
She's on the line.
I bet Dr. Stein has an opinion about everything, I hope. Are we there?
Hello?
There we go. Can you hear me?
I think I need to call back again. The line is not right.
Is it low or what?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. I cranked our level up for you to hear.
Very nice.
Okay. How are things up in Alamance County area?
Oh, doing well. Kids are thriving. Well, I hope, and not too much illness. So that's all good news.
Well, that's excellent news. Actually, we don't need a lot of sickness. We've got a lot of smoke in the area here from some controlled burns that they're doing, and that and pollen mixed together.
Good question.
We kind of got some concerns about kids and everybody else breathing this stuff. Suggestions? Don't breathe.
Well, if you can feel the smoke, then that's not good for your lungs, especially with long amounts of times and kids playing outside. Mm-hmm. So make sure that you limit the time that they're exposed to that, and you can sort of feel when that smoke goes in and out of your areas. So it would be good that you feel that it's higher in your particular community, that you do the best you can to decrease your exposure to it. It can trigger asthma symptoms, obviously allergies like you were talking about, but I'm concerned about kids who are prone to asthma and increasing the risk for it.
Speaking of asthma, there are a lot of kids apparently who are either born with it or develop asthma at a very young age, but they outgrow it, is what they used to say. Is there such a thing as outgrowing asthma?
Yes, absolutely. It seems like the system and with it the immune system changes every so often. And so a kid that has asthma in their childhood or even in their infancy, many times they get to their teen years or even before that, and their body forgets it. Now, what I've seen is that in order for the body to forget it, sometimes those triggers have to be not as frequent. Mm. And so because the body sort of doesn't see that reaction for a while, then it just forgets to trigger an asthma attack.
Wow. Yeah, my cousin, when we grew up together, he's a year younger than me, but we decided that when we were about, I don't know, 12, 13 years old, we wanted to learn to dive when we could. And but his mom had him at the doctor because he had been suffering from asthma all his life at that time. So, things would trigger it. And obviously somebody like that cannot dive. So he worked, but about the time he turned 15, it just started going away. He lost the asthma. He outgrew the asthma problems apparently, and I thought he was faking. I thought he was just wanting to die so bad he was going to do it. But his parents took him. The mama took him to the doctor. The doctor said, "You don't have any more." Good.
Yeah, I've seen that happen, and now we have these little fancy things we've had for a few years called spirometry, where you can tell how much of that lung capacity the patient is using. And so we're able to see if they can use their lung capacity to its near fullest for their age. They probably don't have it. That doesn't mean that something else won't trigger it, but if that when you can use all of the air, the usable air in your lungs, then you're not being challenged by asthma anymore.
In dive classes that I've taken and the advanced stuff that I've gone through, post the things that I've learned in the beginning and the things that I learned later on, we use on a regular basis. Unfortunately, we use only a small portion of the air in our lungs. There's a lot of stuff that just gets in there and stays. We do not exhale completely very often, do we?
No, that's true. In fact, that's what that spirometry will measure is the amount of air that you are able to exhale. And there's always a residual so that the lungs can stay inflated. But the usable air is what's important. And what happens in asthma is that the airways trap the air into the lungs. And so you can't use your lungs well because they're always trapped in there. So you're always in this sort of, your lungs are too blown up all the time. Mm-hmm. So you can't take new usable air in.
It's okay for little kiddies, and when they get out there, and especially those with these little devices that they put in their hands and they use their thumbs and they type, clatter, clatter. And they don't get outside and they don't do anything. They're using no lung capacity whatsoever, are they?
That's true. And that isn't the way that it used to be. Kids used to be able to exercise their lung capacity.
That's right.
And by exercising them, they would make them stronger and bigger for the rest of their lives. So it is very concerning that some kids, they have no activity at all. Because that's going to affect them when they're 40, 50, and 60, and they're not able to move air well because their lungs have not developed. So it is important to make sure that kids get their regular activities and the big screen factor into that.
Yeah, I've seen people, teenagers and young people say, "Hey, I'm going to go out and get some exercise," and they go out and I don't know how they live because they're dodging traffic or traffic is dodging them because they're down there with their thumb things doing they're typing this and typing that and yada, 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 yada. And they're just walking. They think they're getting exercise. Maybe their thumbs are getting exercise, but I don't know if anything else on their body's getting any exercise. They're not walking fast. It's just a slight stroll, kind of like walking from the bedroom to the kitchen. We got to get these. We got to get them doing something, or they're just not going to make it.
Yeah, gone are the days when kids went out and mowed the yard.
Have that responsibility and obligation, but I just feel like sometimes we are so caught up in our lives that we don't realize that right under our noses are our kids that need a lot more guidance from us.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a good thing that I'm not raising one today, because I would probably be called the Gestapo. Because if they were allowed to have one of those devices, there would be a time limit. You pick it up, and the meter is running, and it will shut down in 15 minutes. Get all your work done every 5 hours. You get 15 minutes done.
I think that more parents should do the same thing that you're saying.
Yeah, well,
or their form of that at home, and it doesn't matter how many times I tell them that this is going to stunt their development in every single way, physically, emotionally, cognitively, and it's easy. It's easy to just be on the phone. As we're riding into work every day, we see the kids waiting for the buses, and all of their little necks are angled because they're looking at their phones. So they just stand there waiting for the school bus, and with their phone in their hands, and just not paying attention to anything.
Yeah, well,
and that's the way they start their day, and that's the way the same way they end their day. And we have to be more deliberate as parents, so that we raise good human beings.
I remember when cell phones first became popular. I mean, I can even remember back that far. And they did so in Japan first. That's where I started seeing a lot of cell phones. And we had the big old box things here still. We didn't have the handheld small ones. But I saw it. There was a news story. I'll never forget it. They all were wearing masks. The Japanese were wearing masks, but they were all on their cell phones, walking around the streets and then going into restaurants. And then there was one restaurant, no cell phones. You cannot use your cell phone in this restaurant. And period, because it disturbed other people. Other people were disturbed, but so the restaurants can stop it. Schools could stop it.
Schools pretty much have.
And me, what I would do, I know I could stop it. I just put a jammer up there.
Rayford.
Yeah, just flip a button, flip a switch, and there will be no cell phone coverage until I unflip the switch.
Somebody could be expecting a dire phone call.
Not if they're in school.
Oh, school. I thought we were talking about restaurants still.
No, I'm talking about schools.
Well, schools, they don't need cell phones in schools.
Yeah, if you're sitting up there next to me and the other, even at the table, but you start getting on the cell phone, I'm going to throw water at you with some ice in it.
Well, Dr. Stein, have you rescheduled your trip to go see your Aunt Peggy? I saw where you had to cancel it.
I have been checking. Thank you. That's very sweet. I have been checking the wait times for Charlotte, which is the airport that I plan to fly out of, and they seem pretty good. So they're close to normal. So I'll just leave a little bit earlier from the house. It's a 2-hour drive to Charlotte, but during this time I wanted a direct flight, so I did not cancel, and I hope to be able to visit my Aunt Peggy this weekend and spend some quality time with her.
Well, that's good.
That's wonderful. I'm glad.
Is that in the DR?
No, it's in Florida.
Oh, okay.
She's in Fort Myers.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
Yeah,
Fort Myers is nice, yes.
Southwestern
I
coast.
saw where she was talking about it. And
yeah, she's very excited. She was very sad last week when I told her that it was very possible that I'd have to cancel the trip. But as things got better, I called her on Monday and I said, I think things are looking good. And things are still looking good. First thing in the morning, I checked the wait time.
Well, have fun there.
I hope it's a pleasant flight for you.
Yeah, it will be.
Yes.
Just watch out for the crazies.
She can handle the crazies.
And also, make sure if anybody is traveling, make sure you make plenty of time so that you don't miss your flight. Because people are waiting for us, and it's important that our family and our good friends enjoy the company of each other.
When I fly, and I have been doing this for years and years and years, and turns out I was not the only law enforcement type that would do it. I carried flex cuffs in my camera bag. They're also known as tie wraps, big long tie wraps. And So I could, if we had a problem on the plane, I could secure said individual. No big deal, right? But can I do anything? Is there a chance that you can get me a syringe and a bottle and a bottle of liquid that I could just, hit somebody up with it and it'll make them go to sleep?
No, I don't think so. I think that's a good idea.
Well, sounds like a good idea to me.
Well, Dr. Rose, while we're talking about flying, and you're a pediatrician, what kind of advice would you give to parents who have small children and are flying for the first time?
Duct tape.
Oh, that's a good one. I generally will tell the parent, make sure that your child gets plenty of rest the day before. Wake them up a little bit earlier, depending on the time that you're flying, so that they're a little tired, not too tired, and maybe they're kind of restless on the way to the plane. You can use, I will advise parents to 20 minutes before the plane ride to give them a small dose of Benadryl, but try it out before, because some children have sort of an opposite reaction to Benadryl, so you need to try it out before.
Oh, yes.
But it usually will put them to sleep.
Some people it will wire.
Not a high dose, just maybe half a dose. If their normal dose is 5 mL, I'll tell them do 3. Do it 20 minutes before the plane takes off, right around the time that they're calling you to get onto the plane. Yeah. They're kind of excited to be going into this contraption.
Sure.
But by the time things settle down and you're taking off, the child should be a little more restful. Make sure they get plenty of fluids too.
Good advice.
And try to seat yourself where it's not too far from the bathroom, in case you need to change a diaper or the toddler needs to pee.
In all seriousness, especially for little kids like babies and whatever, and up to about 2 or 3 years of age, as you're gaining altitude, there is a decrease in the air pressure, and that's okay. Yes. But as you're coming down from 40,000 feet, there is an increase in air pressure, and your ears will get clogged up, and then it starts hurting. That's why babies will be crying, and then all of a sudden the baby will stop. It's because the ears just cleared. It's just like diving. You have to clear your ears on the way down. I could do it easily, just automatically. But if a baby starts crying, here's a good suggestion. This will work. Don't get me wrong here. Hold the nose closed, and as the baby cries, there will be a pop in the ears. You're not stopping the baby from breathing because you're not putting your hand over her mouth, his mouth, whatever. But you hold the nose, and when they exhale through the nose, your ears will pop. Just as an easy suggestion for you.
That's good advice. Children's ears are more sensitive to changes in pressure than adults.
And
ears.
Pain.
Yeah. So, and the other thing that you may consider doing, if you know that your child has a lot of ear infections, has some ear sensitivity, you give them a small dose of ibuprofen. That'll decrease the inflammation in the back of the ears and also their sensitivity to pain.
Very good.
And if the Benadryl does not work for your child, take 2 for yourself and take a nap.
No, order the first drink
with the Benadryl.
Phew.
I don't know about that. The child's awake and all over the place.
Well, I won't know. I'll be asleep.
But that's good advice, especially for children that have never flown before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're going to be off the chain.
They will. Doctor, thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, guys. Talk to you next week.
Say hello to Aunt Peggy for us.
You tell Aunt Peg hi.
I will. That is so sweet.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we have Charlie. Is that who we have?
I think so. Charlie,
you still with us?
I'm here.
Good. How you doing?
Good morning.
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing fine. Is there any place you would like to travel to? Where do you want to go?
He wants to go East Coast.
I mean, like anywhere in the world?
Well, if you just wanted to go for a trip somewhere and you just wanted to have some fun, where would it be? If you got a week and you could just magically go from here to there, without the woes of TSA right now and whatever. But after you get through all of that and you arrive, where would you like to arrive and spend a week?
Where'd you like to go?
I saw something recently about people that go on vacation just to sleep.
Yes.
There's nothing I would rather see. I would like to go, like maybe go to the Bahamas and just sleep. Maybe hear like the ocean next to my room and just sleep.
And listen to
15 hours a day.
like
and
that.
listen
I don't
to
care
that
about-
sea.
What's that?
And listen to that little gentle waves as they
I like
crash into the
that.
beach.
Oh, I'm sleepy now.
Yeah, maybe like a bird or two. I don't really want to see the people. People are people. What am I going to learn from the people? Okay, you've got a nice building. You have a nice country. I just want to sleep. Can I hear maybe a little quiet little monkey in the background? A little like a parakeet going chirp 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 chirp. Yeah. I just want to sleep. Is there anything better than sleep? Is there anything better than sleep?
Well, yes.
Well, I seem to remember a few things, but
Yeah, there's some
that's a
things.
great idea. And I agree with you. It's a fun thing.
You want to go like snowmobiling with them. You want to like go, like live in the forest and go camping. But as an adult, listen, if I'm on my own right now, I've got nothing. So if somebody says, Charlie, where do you want to go right now? Where you are right now in life? I'm like, maybe the Amazon rainforest. I just want to sleep.
Okay.
But I don't want to okay. But I do have a point to make.
Okay.
So are you guys aware who Sheridan Gorman is?
Yes, the 18-year-old who was killed in Chicago.
Right. Yeah, I learned about her on Adam Carolla's podcast. You guys know. You obviously know who Adam Carolla is, correct?
Yes.
The young guy.
Yes.
So I watched something earlier,
Connect.
and he broke down what happened to Sheridan Gorman.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was listening to you guys, and I'm like, I'm going to call him and say something articulate. So I watched it again, and this is what I wrote. Hopefully it makes sense. So I said, 18-year-old Loyola University Chicago student Sheridan Gorman was murdered by an illegal alien. Shortly after Sheridan Gorman, 18, of Westchester County, New York, was gunned down while talking and walking with a friend around 1:30 a.m. Thursday along Chicago's lakefront, African-American alderwoman Maria Hayden suggested in an interview with Fox 32 Chicago that 18-year-old Sheridan Gorman was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
She blamed the
That
victim.
she may have startled
Victim
She
blaming.
may have startled the 25-year-old individual who shot and killed her.
Right.
He was caught and released by the Biden administration. So here's the last thing I'm going to say. This is from Adam Carolla. I put my own words into this. This monster murderer is now going to sit in prison for the next 65 years. We are now going to pay him around $75,000 for the next 60 years to incarcerate this murderer. We are going to feed him. We're going to cover all of his medical expenses. He's never going to pay a penny in taxes. This one guy who Joe Biden and Kamala Harris led in this country illegally not only killed this helpless 18-year-old female, but now we're going to spend millions of dollars in courts and medical court-appointed attorneys to protect him.
Yep.
He will eventually sue the state for being mistreated. This monster killer, who will probably live for the next 60 years, will cost taxpayers around $3 million to keep him alive. By the way, that's Adam Carolla. I just paraphrased it.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about that quite a bit this week, and I'm disgusted with that, and the reaction from the alderwoman, and also the mayor got on it yesterday, and he's saying pretty much the same thing. Well, she shouldn't have been there. No, you shouldn't have been
Can you
there.
imagine that?
You shouldn't have been where you are, Mr. Mayor.
I'm probably sure that you guys have like teenage children or maybe adult children. Maybe you have grandchildren. Can you imagine like your kids like going out like at 10 o'clock at night, wherever they live, just to go have a nice meal with their Asian friends, their black friends, their Armenian friends. They have a nice dinner. And on their way home, they encounter this random individual in the street that is, they should have been deported many years ago because this person has severe mental problems, kills your child, your grandchildren.
And he also had a gun, which is illegal to have in Chicago and illegal to have in this country for any illegal alien. Illegal, and it still got done. So nothing Chicago has done has deterred anybody from committing crimes. No one.
Life is short. I have nothing else to say.
Okay.
That's life is short.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Bye.
Yeah, we talked about that
We did
yesterday.
at length.
Yes. A sad situation, sad story.
It is a sad story, but there's
Right.
so many sad stories. I talked about some this morning,
Right.
and the sad stories are brought on by stupid,
Stupid people.
vicious
Ugly. Mean.
people that
Right.
really should not be on our soil.
I was
Right, I
woken
agree.
up at 2:20 this morning with 6 gunshots right close to me.
Here?
I live
Or
in.
were you in
I was
Durham?
in Durham.
Oh, man. Well,
Durham, the other Wild West, right?
the other wild. Well, yeah, Durham is pretty active.
Peter
there.
Wright's here from representing all insurance companies, and
Yes.
he's actually not representing any insurance companies. He's representing we the people.
Exactly.
How's that for straight
We
up?
the
Is
people.
that's more accurate? Is
Well,
the way
that's
I
it.
see
It's
it.
trying to get the right plan for the right person.
That's
It doesn't worry me which plan they get
Yeah.
or don't get it. It's getting the right thing for the right
as long as they
person.
don't get shafted with the
Yeah.
plans that they
Yeah.
want to get, and find out there's no one plan out there to fit everybody's needs.
Yeah.
I'm different.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're different.
Yeah.
You've got some special needs. I've got my needs. She's got her needs, which are not many.
Yeah.
She's been a nice person all her life. I haven't, apparently.
I'm very fortunate in health. So
And
let's just leave it there.
What my podiatrist told me that if I would get a certain type of shoe, it would help my knees and my legs and my feet. Well, I did. They're expensive.
Yeah.
Is that coverable?
Um,
I just thought about that because I went and spent a lot of money on that and the insoles and all that stuff, and they work. They're not custom made.
diabetic shoes are covered. Have you got diabetes?
No, I've got neuropathy.
Well,
They covered the pills for neuropathy, so why don't they cover the shoes for neuropathy?
You could ask. I don't
think
see there would be
I
any
need to
reason
ask.
not to try to see. It might have been better to do it before you paid it, but you'd know for next time if you want to get another
it
set.
used to be
3
that
years from now.
It's
doctors,
still worthwhile
yeah,
trying
doctors,
to
would,
ask and see.
right? Doctors would write you a prescription for that, but not so much anymore.
I mean, there's no harm in asking whatsoever.
Yeah,
I just give them a
would.
call and say, listen, here's the situation.
I have to have special shoes.
Yeah. I don't have to. It relieves my pain. I don't have to
Well, I
take too
can
many drugs.
guarantee you what the answer is going to. Dr. Murphy, after he had his last brain surgery, he had to have this life-saving medicine that he had to take for a while. Do you know they turned him down 8 times, the insurance companies? 8 times they turned him down. He took the healthcare organizations on.
You know what the problem was, don't you? It was a Democrat in charge of the.
Well,
of
I
the
don't know.
thing, and he's a
But he
Republican.
finally got it approved. But right now he's battling. He's on the Ways and Means Committee, and he's battling healthcare organizations. And there was a committee meeting not long
I
ago
didn't know who they were dealing with. did they?
where he flat out told them, "You're extorting people. You're taking things away from these people."
Right.
And yeah, it was powerful. But yeah.
Peter, how are
Yeah.
things going in the world of Blue Cross and Blue Shield and all the other insurance people? What's going to happen to us? I keep hearing all sorts of things. We're all going to be paying more money, getting less coverage. We did not pay any more money, but we got less.
A bit less coverage
Stuff this
this
year.
last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a trend?
I think we're going to see something similar. No, I'm talking off the cuff without
Sure.
Mhm.
speaking to any insurance companies, but I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar amongst all the companies because the government, has not increased. I think it may have decreased. I'm not sure. The amount, I think it has increased anyway. The amount of money that's going to be given to the insurance companies for the next year. So that means that, they've got to deal with inflation and try to deal with, probably slightly
much-
lesser on the benefits, I would think.
We hear, we read, we know about it. We read it on the news stories around here. There is I don't know how significant there is, but there is a quantity of fraud is happening with Medicare and the providers, right? We see it. We find doctors who have written prescriptions and they're not going to anybody, but they're getting paid for it. Millions of dollars from one doctor.
Yeah.
Now, how much does that increase? How much does that take away from the rest of us, the benefits? Because the government, I mean, that's government money, which is coming from me.
I'm sure it takes quite a bit. Yeah. And all this chopping and changing with other agents, moving people from one plan to another.
Yeah.
It's also fraud, and it's also affecting people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had something happen to me this I think it was 2 weeks ago. I went to the pharmacy and I know my normal pharmacy is Walmart, but they didn't have the drug that I needed. I was starting to get a rash under my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't sort it out quickly, I get these, no, I don't have one. It's okay. I get these big bags under my eyes. So I wanted to get some lotion that day. So I got the doctor, and it took me a long time, but I got the doctor to put the prescription in. Went to Walmart, and they said, sorry, sir, we don't have any in. But you'll have to wait. It's now Friday. You'll have to wait until Monday morning when we can get it. So they said you could go to a different pharmacy and transfer the prescription there. So I went to a different pharmacy, who will remain unnamed, and I ordered this prescription, and they said, yeah, sorry, we're busy at the moment. Come back in the morning, Saturday morning. So I said, okay. So I came back. I asked Debbie if she'd go and pick up my prescription for me. Now, remember, I take a very expensive prescription, so I'm in the catastrophic coverage phase.
Right.
I've already spent $2,100, so no prescription should cost me anything. So Debbie goes there, and they say to her, okay, that's $19.64. So she says, well, why is that? So they said, well, we're not in the network for the Blue Cross plan. So my wife said, okay, and came back and told me it was $19.64. And I said, well, that's wrong, because it should be zero. So then I went and I printed out from the Blue Cross manual, that this pharmacy is in the network, that that the drug that I was triamcinolone, that I was going to lotion, I was going to put on my face, was an approved, it was in the formulary, and that my payments I'd paid up, the $2,100, so it should be at zero. And even if I hadn't paid it up, it should have only been a $4 copay. It was a tier 2. So I went back to the pharmacy because I thought, this isn't right. I was a bit knocked about it. So I went back there and said, could you please reprocess this? It should be zero. And they said, well, no, your pharmacy, this pharmacy isn't in the network. So I gave them a piece of paper. Well, this pharmacy is in the network. This is... then I said, right, I'm actually a I help people. I'm a licensed Medicare agent, and this is also, not only is this in the pharmacy in the network, but the formulary, the drug is on the formulary, and and I'm in my catastrophic coverage phase.
It must be awful to bump into you when that happens if you're a pharmacist.
So they spent about 10 minutes going backwards and forwards. The lady at the desk and the pharmacist.
You got your money back, right?
I got my money back.
Did you keep it or did you give it to Debbie?
No, I got it back. Okay. No, I kept it. Yeah, I should have got. You're right, but she took it off my card. So.
My goodness
Our card. We both work.
Wow.
So,
That's all right.
So this is something that you need to be aware of. You need to keep up with. And if you go into a pharmacy and they charge you when they shouldn't be charging, then yes.
Then check your stuff.
Check your stuff.
If you have problems, you call Blue Cross and find out what's going on.
Well, we're glad that you took one for the team so you could help us understand.
Yeah. So, Yeah, so there's a variety of reasons that could possibly happen. The pharmacy system hasn't been updated, wrong insurance on file. That was one thing I said could have been it. But, you're not in the catastrophic phase, but then it should only been a $4 copay because it was a tier 2 drug.
I would have thought Sam's was in the network, but I went to try to fill a prescription to get something there while I was there on something else. No, it's not.
Oh.
And things like the Advantage, the $30 thingamabobber I got for the card to get some over the counter stuff. No, they don't accept the blue that card for anything. I would have thought for sure Sam's would have been doing that.
Yeah. But you're right. I haven't seen Sam's mentioned there, so it may not.
I mean,
Sam's it's not a
Sam's and Walmart are kind of like.
Yeah, but they're the same thing. Yeah,
they're owned by the same dude. Well, he's dead, but they used to be.
Yeah.
Well, it's good though. So if that does happen to you, like you said, take your paperwork in, show them what you have, make sure your insurance is up to date, that they have on file, because a lot of people don't think about that. Like I go to a pharmacy, not going to like once every 2 years or something to pick up something simple, and so. Maybe my plan has changed and I've not been in there to update my plan with them.
Yeah.
So when you go in and you haven't been in for time, make sure they have your current information.
Yeah. Because they still had me on a PPO, but even so, I was on an HMO, so it should have been fine anyway.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Blue Cross.
And it's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point where something has not updated in the system and you have to straighten it out.
And I know just because it's not in their plan for this particular purpose, there's something called prednisone. Well, we're familiar with that. Prednisone, we all know about that. And Blue Cross said, not a problem for the ailment that I've got.
Yeah.
It's not a problem. And cut the pills in half and you get two 2 milligram things out of 1 5 milligram pill because you can lose a little bit. And my provider, she wanted to me and gave a prescription for 1 pill a day, 2 milligram, time release, so that I could take it when I went to bed. And it starts releasing the next morning before I get up. If I take it at 10 o'clock, it starts kicking in at 4 o'clock. If you take it at 4 o'clock, taking a regular pill at 4 o'clock, it's going to be a couple of hours before it has any impact. Well, I kind of need it when I get up is the best thing. But they wouldn't approve it. Wouldn't approve it for that purpose. Same pill, except there's time release. And we have submitted it every time I go to see her. She submits it again, and it comes back the same thing.
And you've done an appeal as well.
I haven't done an appeal.
Try an appeal and get the doctor to give a reason why she thinks it's a better idea for you.
I actually called her.
May work.
She actually called them to tell them, but still didn't work. So I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
We're going to fight it.
Yeah.
Do an official appeal then and see what happens.
Right.
And you can do it expedited, so they have to do it.
I'm going to do it in person. Where can I go? I have to get by TSA, so I'll never make it.
I sent it to the doctor and sent her a fax and asked her to do it. And she, and I meant to send a thank you letter and I didn't.
Okay.
I need to. But she sent me a bill back for $25 about a week later, making her do it.
Goodness.
But I thought, what the heck? That's still good.
A lot of people think that their Medicare plan is just about doctors and prescriptions. But there's often extra perks built in that people never use. Tell us about some of those.
Yeah, that's quite good, isn't it? So there's... So I have to be careful what I say here because I'm not allowed to talk about these until somebody's actually on a plan. So anybody that isn't on a Blue Cross plan, put your fingers in your ears.
All right. How about
I heard
so
Jimmy Buffett say that
basically
at the concert to the kids and the audience.
what?
He was getting ready to sing a song. And he
Oh.
said, he told the kids in the audience, he said, put your fingers in your ears.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did you get the text I sent you? No.
No.
He
Okay.
never checks his phone.
Okay. Because you asked me to check
Yes, I
something
did.
out.
some of
The
the
answer is on your texter.
I will have to go back and look and see how many I got.
some of the types of savings that I'm hearing about that may be eventually included or whatever.
It just came in.
Things like wellness services like spa treatments. How can I get signed up for that? I want a spa treatment.
Okay. Well, when you're a member, there is what they call Blue 365. You can find it on your
Blue 365?
you can find it on your Blue Connect link. Where you go into Blue Connect.
Right there.
He sent it to me yesterday.
Yeah, you can go into your Blue Connect, which is your member portal.
Right.
And if you click on wellness, you'll find that there's a whole lot of discounted offers that you can
discounted.
you can
Today's the
you can
25th.
get.
I want it
Yeah.
free.
Well, that's what he says.
Yes.
Yeah.
I might be able to get it free between now and the end of the month.
Discounts on travels and hotels, reduced cost gym memberships. Of course, we're part of that. What is that? Silver single swingers. We're part of the silver
Silver
sneakers club. So we
Not
it
according to
pays
Chris.
Chris.
single swingers.
Yes. And savings on hearing, vision, and fitness products, which is good.
Now, these are just some examples, but yeah.
Right.
So-
Those are good examples.
that-
I mean,
And that's something I've actually forgotten about because they don't tell us to talk about it because it's not something you talk about until someone's signed up on it. But there are benefits, and Blue Cross isn't the only company that provides benefits too. Yeah, there will be some others with some other companies. I think when I was on a Humana plan, they had some.
But the thing is to ask, right? If you've got questions, and if the gym doesn't know, they don't have the answers. You get the Blue Cross people on the phone, and they can get the gym on the phone and let them know that we do or we don't.
Yes,
that's the best thing.
So we need to go in there and check out the Blue 365.
Yeah, I'll be going
what
today.
you need to do is to
tomorrow.
get that done before the end of the month.
I'm doing it tomorrow. I can't do it today.
Yeah.
but
Doing
tomorrow.
mine tonight.
Well, I can't
Being
do
we
it.
don't have any radio tonight.
Going tomorrow in person to the gym. And we will do it right then and there.
No,
they're the ones who called me and said I could do it, but I didn't know, so I asked you to make sure it wasn't a scam.
Well, still, I'm saying I'm going to go in there, the Blue 365 onto my Blue Connect and see what I can get from them.
Yeah.
We'll find out what I can get from them too.
I tell you what, I am so happy with my insurance coverage, and I owe it all to
massage therapist. See if there's any massage.
Well, that's what I'm saying right now.
Find out.
Wellness service,
Anybody to rub my feet would be good.
Well, usually when I go to get a massage, I go through my chiropractor, and I pay a copay. And I haven't gone in quite a long time, but that sounds so nice right now. But all my life I've just had insurance, and whatever I had to pay, I paid. I never really paid any attention to it until I met him.
Yep, me too.
And he said, "What have you got?" And I showed
know.
him, and he said, "This is what I can get you." And I'm like, "What?" and now I'm I try to really keep up with it.
Yeah, you do very well keeping up with things. You really don't. Yeah.
Only because of you. But there's so many benefits. Look, we have to have health insurance. That's a given. We all have to have health insurance. There is no free medicine. There are no free doctors or hospitals. But knowing what you have and knowing what you need is a huge difference. I pay a little extra because I kept my federal, and then I have the state Medicare. So do I need both? Yeah, probably not. But that's what I'm saying. I have the security and that comfort. Plus, I'm getting so much more back now than when I had just the federal.
Before.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Just bills. But I'm just saying that, and I am a very fortunate person that I have great health. But as the years progress.
And you just used the Q word too, didn't you?
No, I didn't say the Q word.
What's the Q word?
We can't say it.
We can't say it. You say it's a curse.
Oh.
You say the Q word is a curse.
Yeah, things will break really bad if you use the Q word.
Yes.
Okay.
That's like weather.
It's like the H word.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that H storm.
We'll fill you in, Peter.
I don't know that either.
Yeah, you do.
No, but
Trees go by.
Okay.
that's why we spend a lot of time with Peter, having him on the show here.
Absolutely, because we have
Because-
questions, and I hope if you guys have got questions, this is your time. 910-333-0139. Ring us up. Let us know.
Right.
We'll
And it's and there's so many people that he has helped. I have people all the time that call me and they say, I need Peter's number.
Mhm.
And they say, those are the words.
I've had-
Don't ever say them.
and the good thing is I know what it is.
Yes. Well, the thing about it is, I was ignorant of health insurance. I just signed up for it, paid for it every month, all these
It
years.
was always taken
It
out.
was
automatically.
always taken out of
Didn't
my
know it
pay.
one way or the other.
And I knew if I had to go to the doctor, it would cost me a copay. If I had to have medicine,
Mhm.
it would cost me a copay. Good morning, George. But as far as that, I mean, I didn't know about all this other stuff that I could have been getting. And every year things change.
Did somebody come
Yeah.
in?
No.
You said, good morning,
Yeah,
George.
George did on
Oh.
Facebook. I
Oh,
haven't
hey,
seen him in
George.
a while. Good morning, George. And I know some people probably get tired of us talking about insurance, but there are people out there who need to know and they learn. And Peter's been a great source of information.
Well, your question to me about the Blue
Yeah.
365 set this off. So I must
Okay,
thank you
good.
because I
Well,
also
see?
learned from it too.
I'll have to
So,
go thank
yeah.
these folks out there because they called me and I
Yeah.
said,
There
well,
you
you know
go.
what? I don't know about this. This
Yeah.
sounds like it
Yeah.
might be, this could stink. But,
Yeah.
so I didn't do it. I called Peter.
Which y'all have to tell me later.
Course
Which-
Plus.
Oh, well, see, I was thinking about going to one right across the street from me.
Well, you can do that now.
Yeah, which is
Onslow,
I can walk Onslow Fitness.
Yeah.
Onslow Fitness.
Yeah. That's Silver Sneakers. They
Yeah,
got the
you
Silver
should be able to
Sneakers
do
plan
that
there.
with silver
Right.
sneakers and no cost. Yeah.
And the 365 is over at Courts Plus.
Well, what makes yours different from mine?
I got 2 swimming pools. One's indoor, one's outdoor.
Onslow Fitness has a swimming pool.
Indoor.
Yes.
These are Olympic size swimming pools.
So the size of the pool is what makes your decision.
Size counts.
Yes, it does.
It is a good pool at Courts Plus. I haven't seen the one at Onzo Fitness, but I was told it was only 2-lane and it was small. So I'm
Well,
not sure.
Maybe I'll just put one up in the backyard.
And they just remodeled.
Yeah.
But I may be wrong. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
No, so Onslow Coast. What's the name of yours again?
Courts Plus.
Courts Plus. I knew that.
I'll be there tomorrow.
So they don't have silver sneakers.
Correct.
Oh, okay, I get it now. But
They
do the
may
365.
decide to do silver sneakers by the end of June, but they're
But
not
by
sure.
the end of March, I'm going to
See,
have
that
this one.
place is
Yeah,
always
So do
busy.
that, yeah. So at least you'll have a discounted one, and maybe it may
Okay.
even
We'll see. Yeah, let
It's
me know
free
how
by
it
the end of
goes.
March.
Let me know
Yeah.
how it goes. I may
They told
just
me it was
wait.
free. And he told me it's free by the end of March, through the end of March.
Well, what happens comes April 1st? That you'll have to enroll at a certain time?
I'm going to enroll now.
Okay, I'm going to wait
We'll
and see
find
what
out. I'm
happens.
going to go. I do things in person when I have
It's a-
something like this.
it's a pretty good deal.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I said, listen up.
Yeah.
Here's what I want. Here's what. Now,
Yeah.
I don't want any sneaky, hidden anything. Lay it out here.
And here's what Peter's got written out right here. I talk to people all the time who have had
Yep.
their plans for years and never logged in to see what's available. Why didn't you just put my name on there? I talked to Lee. No, but that's me. That was me.
Me too. Still is me.
Yes.
I don't know what I've got.
Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, but you do bring up a good point about that because like every year I would get books from Blue Cross Blue Shield, pamphlets and books, and I'm like, I throw them over to the side. I didn't never open them up and look at them. Half of it I didn't understand anyway.
Well, when you
And
look
we
at
get
it,
so buried in it.
when you need to look at it every
Yes.
time, and then let me know what is available for me.
No, that's why we have fear.
And I think what I'll be doing in the future will be sending a few emails or texts after when somebody
Right.
signs up, just letting them, have you got your card? Have you done this, done that? And also telling them a bit about the extra benefits that you can get. Because it's not clear. It's so much information when you first get onto it. It's good to build into it a little bit.
It's an overload.
And I think that could be very good. So
It's like doing your taxes. Whatever, just put something down.
Yeah.
Oh God, I've got to do that too, don't I?
Yeah, I have to. But you're right about that. And there's just so much that I was missing out and not taking advantage of. And then plus the plan that he put me on, I'm getting much more, except no more free bath
They
mats.
call it the Advantage Plan.
Right,
So we
the
need to take
Advantage
advantage
Plan.
of the Advantage Plan and get our butts
That's right.
together.
That's right.
All right, let's do it.
And you, it's just like there's so many people out there that have insurance and they go, I don't know. I just have it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just have it.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest mistake people are making? Not looking at stuff and not taking advantage of what is. They've got it. They just don't know it, and they don't want to take the time to
don't
figure
know
it out.
and unfortunately don't, because they don't know it or don't figure it out, or forget about it because it's not on your mind. It becomes I'm having another problem where I'm getting a lot of unscrupulous agents phoning up my customers, and I presume a lot of other people too, and also and pushing them to join a different plan.
Right.
And like I looked about a week ago, about 10 days ago. So the first 2 weeks of this month, March, 4 people have already been scheduled to change.
Oh gosh.
So far, I've only managed to get hold of one of them, and they were quite horrified when they found out that the plan that they're being moved into, what it was. And so we were able to phone that up and cancel that immediately. So she remains in the Blue Cross plan.
There's a danger in talking to those people calling
I
on
don't talk
phone.
to them.
I don't
They
either.
after a couple of words, they don't talk to me either. But
Ralph from Afghanistan called me the other day. His name was Ralph, but he couldn't speak English. And I'm like,
I just ask them how the goats are doing.
Well, I think the key thing is what we said 2 weeks ago: is treat your Medicare card like it's a Visa card, which is what Medicare says. So that number, don't give it out, because you don't give your credit card number out. So why would you give your Medicare number out?
Nope.
Because it will
Exactly.
just be used to change you. And the people that are trying to,
The one that I get 3 times a week, if I am stupid to answer the phone because the number looked like something that I'm supposed to answer,
right. The client
And I
looked like a
occasionally get to
local.
say, Mr. Brown, how you doing? Now, who are you? What do you want? I mean, I'm not
My
even.
name Ralph.
I'm not polite. I don't need to be polite. You've called me on my dime, my phone. I pay for it. You don't. So I don't need to be polite to you, right? That's just me.
Just hang up.
No, because then what they tell you is, once they get you on the line, if you've said anything like the word yes at any time, hi, is this Mr. Brown? Yes. No, you don't say that. Who are you and what do you want?
Yes.
It's as simple as
Because
that.
then it's recorded as yes, I'll change.
And then they can put that anywhere they want to. I don't know that any of the Medicare scam people are doing that, but it's done in other areas. So I just treat everybody
yes,
the same.
I've heard it has been done.
So the question the thing, how is your diabetes, or how's your back, or how's your leg, or how's your this, or how's your that? They pick something that somebody is likely to have. We are preparing to ship you. We just need your confirmation. We're preparing to ship you a device. It's not going to cost you anything. Yes, it is. It's going to cost me tax dollars. I don't want whatever you've got. Do not ship it to me.
Yeah.
Now, what's your name? Click. When I get down to what's your name, click. They hang up.
Yeah, you have to be really careful for those.
No, you
who
have to be really
listen.
rude.
You have to just, if somebody calls you, and especially they have a foreign accent, just hang up. Call Peter if you don't know.
They don't have to have a foreign accent.
No, they don't.
I've had some calling me without foreign
Most of them
accent.
don't.
Everyone
They're
I've had
calling
so
me now.
far. Yeah.
Most, the ones that are calling me, because I guess I blew the others off so bad, they don't call.
One thing about Blue Cross Blue Shield, they keep calling me wanting to come to my house and set up a physical. And I'm like, no.
Well, you can get help. This is the thing I'm going to ask you, because I got an outstanding email there. I've got that I should be responding to. We put you $50. This gives you your $50 credit on your thing if we do yada, yada, yada. Is that part of what they're talking about? If
Yes,
they come by,
if they come
is.
by and and what they're trying to do is meet you in your house.
They're going to count my guns.
that's
No,
what they think they're going to do.
But you can. I believe you can also possibly do. I know with some of the companies you can do it over the phone, so you may be able to do it over the phone too, and it's still count.
Is that the teledoc?
It's where you're speaking to the same nurse, but she's doing it on a phone consultation.
Okay.
Like during COVID.
And that
just
may
tell them
still
I'm
be
amused.
available. I know it was when a couple of years ago. But they're meant to. The idea is they come to your house, they go through your situation. Just look for. The one that came out to me found I had high blood pressure that day, so it was,
Right.
somewhat valuable.
What I did is just tell them I have a regular appointment scheduled here. In fact, I think I have one next month, my yearly. So there's no really need for them to come to the house.
I got one every 6 months.
And 6 months
Plus
is what I
my
have too.
cardiologist every quarter.
But I go every 6 months too. I guess it's because of age. But anyway, I said, no, they said, we can schedule it for you. Everything's already scheduled. Everything's good. And I thank them for that. But there for a while, they were calling me all the time. We want to come to your house. I'm like, no.
Yeah. I think that one of the reasons is if they do get out to see you, that it helps towards the star rating for the plan.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So,
well, what if I just meet them at McDonald's?
Oh, yeah.
We have a burger.
Get a greasy burger. That'll do you wonders.
I have a burger.
You could
Yes.
ask them.
Yeah, no. I mean, that is a good thing, especially for
How about if
people.
we schedule them for 9 a.m. at the studio here?
That would be good.
The other thing
We'll
that
bring them in while we're here on air.
Yeah.
The other thing that could be good is, they come out to a house and they find a lot of rugs are getting in the way and somebody's walking around.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the
Slip,
sort of
trip,
thing.
and fall hazards.
So they're looking for that sort of thing
Yes.
as well. That's one other thing they're trying to help,
Well,
because there
they'll
are a
see-
lot of people that are single and they're set up to fall if they're not careful.
They'll see a lot of step
Because I've
stools
seen that.
with handles. I've gone in, because I know as I'm getting older that falls could happen. And where back when I was in my 20s and I fell off a ladder, I'd get back up. Nowadays, you might not. Bust a hip or something.
Well, I broke a foot and when I fell off the ladder. Well, I didn't fall. I was knocked off the ladder by the tree limb that fell off when I cut it off with a chainsaw.
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to know this story.
And crawled into the house with it.
About the tree limb. Okay, but no, Peter, you bring up so many, and you're talking about people calling and pulling that bait and switch on.
Yes, so
customers,
they
the
can
people.
do they can say we got a. Have you heard about the $300 food
card, right.
Yeah, and it sounds different from that because I've had a couple of calls myself. It was something about Medicare's now introduced this new food plan, and you can get so many hundreds of dollars worth of food. And it's if only if you got Medicare and Medicaid and you qualify for
Right.
for
There's more to it, but
a dual complete plan.
But what they do is they get your attention. They get you to call in. They get you. Oh yeah, I want that phone card.
And then they talk to you about the other plan. And they don't tell you the bad parts about the other plan. They say, "Oh well, you can get $62 back on your Social Security check.
Right.
Would you like to get that?" They forget to tell you that it means you'll no longer have comprehensive dental. You won't have. You'll pay more to see the doctor and more to see the specialist. Appreciably more.
There goes
and
that
your
$62.
maximum out of
blew
pocket
that.
goes up a lot higher to $9,000 from $5,000 and there's lots of
And a lot of these people, when they switch their plans like that, they don't realize what they don't have, what they did have until they go to the doctor. And then they find out like maybe that doctor on the new plan is not within the network, or maybe where they were paying $20 copay is now $60 copay. So when you switch into a new plan, it doesn't mean that you're still going to keep what you had.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Drugs could cost more too.
Yeah.
Wow. You lose those silver sneakers.
If they just say no unless you call Peter and he says it's okay, and then Peter handled it.
Well,
That's
Peter,
what I would do.
real Medicare, and correct me if I'm wrong, real Medicare agents don't call people, do they?
You're not allowed to call. So I'm not allowed to call people off the cuff without,
Right.
unless they've asked me to call them.
Charlie.
So
Right.
it's
So
illegal.
if
So
you get a
if you-
call,
It's illegal.
it's illegal. Hang up.
However, if it's not a Medicare agent actually calling you and they say, would you like to be connected to a Medicare agent? I've had that happen.
But he said they're not allowed to call at all.
It's John Jones calling.
Right.
And John Jones can say, he's not representing anybody. But he can say, I can connect you with an agent now.
But my question was, at any time,
That's really
would
blurry.
I know
anybody?
it is.
I don't-
They're
Right.
Yeah.
scheming. Okay. We got a caller. I got a question here. Charlie, you got a question for Peter?
Why do you always assume it's me?
I don't assume anything.
We know.
I know for a fact it's you.
Right. So listen, I Googled foxplans.com.
Yes.
Got it.
So let's just say I know nothing about Fox plans. Why would I benefit going to this website? What can I gain from this?
Okay. Well, first of all, you're not 65, right?
No.
Okay. This is dealing with Medicare. So, Peter, this is Charlie.
So that's a website. I've actually got to dress it up a bit more, but that is one that has some information on it about Medicare for people that are turning 65, and provide some information about that. And that's my website. Do you have any questions about it, or?
Hey, Rafer, can I say something to you?
Yes.
The volume, the audio is really bad. This guy seems great, but it's not coming through on my end. So maybe it's just my end, but I can't clearly hear what he's saying.
Okay. I'm not sure why. Something may have changed. I'm going to start. Can you hear me okay?
No, I can hear you fine, but his audio, maybe his mic isn't set up loud enough. I can hear you fine.
It's supposed to be is hitting the meter at the same level, but I'm going to crank him up just a little bit. Peter, can you talk just a little bit?
Yeah, how's that now? I could hear that in my headphones.
Charlie, is that any better?
No.
Okay. I'm not sure. It's something to do with connecting to.
Fine.
Yes, it's something to do with connecting with the internet here
Well,
with
it
the
works for
telephone.
me when I'm sitting.
Should I try this
I'll
one?
back when I have something normal to say.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
I'll ask somebody else. I'll ask somebody
Well,
else.
it's not. It's the level there is fine. It's the level feeding him is not getting to him down the line here.
I just
Don't know
asked,
why.
But going back to it, it's like it's your advice is if you didn't start the conversation, you shouldn't be making a plan change during it. So unless I was the one, if I call Medicare straight myself and talk to them, that's one thing. But if somebody else is calling me about Medicare, hang up.
Yeah.
Rule of thumb, hang up.
Hang up or get rude.
Yeah.
I get rude and then I hang up.
Yeah, I was told that they
Yeah.
can hear Peter fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going out over the system. I just don't know why it's not
Yeah,
hitting.
especially YouTube. YouTube's had a lot of issues over the last
Well,
month. A lot of
this
issues.
is not the YouTube. This is getting into the telephone and going out to Charlie.
Yeah, I'm
to
just
whoever.
saying that
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll move on.
we'll move on.
What else
Okay.
we got here?
So, just really talking about we're coming to the end of the open enrollment period
Mm-hmm.
where people are able to make a change. And once that is over, we should stop getting so many phone calls. It may go on for another month because of the weather-related event from the cold weather.
Sure.
But once that is over,
Good.
there's really there's other situations that you can use in order to change your plan if you need to, or to obtain a plan.
Right.
If you're, for instance, if you're turning 65, I'm meeting 2 people this morning that are turning 65. If you're retiring and you're starting Part B and you haven't had it up till now, you've got Part A but haven't had Part B.
Oh.
If you move to a new county or state, then that gives you a special election period.
Right. It's going to change.
So whether
yeah.
you're moving here or you're moving away from here, if your levels of Medicaid or extra help change, maybe you get Medicaid. I'm meeting somebody this morning that's getting Medicaid. If you're if you qualify for, because if you get Medicaid and Medicare, you may qualify for a special needs plan. That's a plan that gives you a lot more benefits because you've got both Medicaid and Medicare helping to pay. And similar thing to retiring, you leave employer coverage. So you're getting your Part B for the first time, or you've had your Part B, but you're leaving. You're no longer having a employer coverage. So now you can sign up for. You're losing insurance, so you can sign up for an Advantage plan or supplement plan. So those are the opportunities you've got going forward.
Okay. Well, there are opportunities out there, and there are warnings. This time of year, there are warnings out there, and there will be additional warnings out there when the open enrollment time comes. But please, doing business over the phone, you have no idea who you're talking to. You don't know what their credentials are. You can't call them on the number that you see pop up.
That's
If
right.
you think you can try it, it's going to say, this number is not in service. This is a fake number, whatever. That's the response you're going to get. Unless it happens to be a legitimate company with a real number. The chances of them calling you are pretty close to zero. So that's just not the way it's going to work. The legitimate people can't call you.
And also, the people that I've already put into a plan, I'm licensed for all the carriers in this area, the Advantage carriers in this area. So if you're in an Advantage plan, we picked the right plan for you already.
Yep.
So if you've got somebody phoning you saying, hey, do this plan, unless something has changed in your circumstances, it's highly unlikely that it's going to be as good a plan for you as the one we picked. Because there's no reason for me to put you in a bad plan. I put you in the one that suits you,
Otherwise, you'd make me unhappy, and I don't want to be unhappy.
Yeah.
And you don't want me unhappy.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. And it's good to have somebody you can face to face, at least somebody you can pick up and call their cell phone if necessary. You can get him. 'Cause
Absolutely.
he puts his cell phone out there.
He does.
His number is very simple. 252-675-4488. I knew that because I was looking at him straight in the eyes, and just on his forehead, he's got it written backwards up there so I would get it. I'm kidding. But no, it's an easy number to remember, 252-675-4488. If you've got a question, even after the show, you want to talk to Peter, if you've got insurance, if you got Blue Cross or whatever, and you want to know, is this okay? If this guy's calling me, if this is okay, Peter will look into it. The question that I had was, I got a call from a gym and that I had been a member of under the old plan.
Yeah.
But then they changed it. So Blue Cross changed it, and I didn't have it anymore. And I'd called them to talk. Matter of fact, I went by to talk to them about it. I said, no, we're not Silver Sneakers. We wish we were, yada, yada. But we're working on something. Then they called. Well, they called me from their telephone number, which I could see, and it was a real Jacksonville number. And they said, yes. And I said, you qualify under this plan. Now, going through my mind, I'm a suspicious individual.
Right.
You all should
And
know
you
that.
need to be.
You all should know that by now.
And you're not the only one. I have other people calling me.
We're all suspicious. We're trying to.
Yeah.
And I say, well, you know what? I know this is this gym, but have somebody come into this gym, an insurance agent, and an unscrupulous insurance agent said, hey, if we change some of these people over to this other plan, and I didn't want to be changed to a different plan. That's why I called you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's legit, so it's no problem.
Yeah.
But I wanted to know.
Now, Peter, real quick, while we're on that subject, now the Blue 365 is going to cover the program that he's going to go sign up for at his gym. Now, is this something that he's got to go into Blue Connect and sign up for the 365, or is that part of the Blue Connect that we have right now?
But I think they'll work with you and tell you how
go down there.
it'll work. Yeah.
They'll handle it right there.
Yeah.
So,
You may have to sign into Blue Connect, into your member portal.
I have to do it while I'm there.
Yeah.
I had to do it before when I was there.
Yeah.
And when I signed up the first time,
right.
I went in there. They handle it. I mean, they've got people in there that know how to do it. And so I got them on the phone, and then they asked me questions, and I answered the questions, and there we go. Done deal.
Okay. Oh, that's good to know then. That's
So
good to know.
if you find somebody, they're smart enough to be able to do
You
that.
see, I can sign in on my laptop at
I
home,
could too, but
I don't know what the passwords are. They just automatically.
I would have screwed
I gotta
it
look
up.
it up.
I would have
I have
screwed
to
it
look
up
it
if I
up,
did
right.
that.
Yeah.
So,
Right. Very good. That's good information. I'm glad I asked that. Yes.
So, and Charlie, if you're still listening, it was on this end. I fixed it. It was a catastrophic problem.
What was it?
A catastrophic.
Oh, a catastrophe. That darn cat.
A cat walked across this. I know what it was as soon as I looked down
Right.
here. I called the number myself and acted
Right.
as though I was somebody else, and I was just listening. And yeah, you were very low. Your mic was very low on the telephone, not over YouTube. So I said over here, oh, you sucker. I called that cat some nasty names over the phone, but y'all couldn't hear me.
No, he loves his kitty.
Yeah, my
Okay.
kitty cat, she's sweet, but she gets up here and wants to walk around when I'm in here.
I think people need to know also that the help that Peter can render is free. It does not cost you to call Peter or to go meet him and sit down and talk to him and get his guidance on picking out the insurance that's right for you.
Now, if you call him from a payphone, long distance, you're going to have to pay for it.
There's no such thing as a payphone.
Yeah, I haven't seen one for a long time
I
now.
pay for my phone.
Payphones
Dearly.
are gone.
Anybody know where there's a payphone at the bus station or anywhere? There's usually always a payphone at a bus station.
It's
And
been
the
a
jail-
while, Rayford,
the
since I
jail-
hung out at the bus
the jail-
station.
The jail may have a telephone, payphone. I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah,
That's a good
we'll have to
question.
double check. Those airports got to have a payphone. Not all these young Marines coming through here have cell phones necessarily.
I don't know. I've never looked for payphones at an airport.
I didn't in the years past, but not
Anybody
recently at
flying
all.
soon? They need to let us know. They need
Yep.
to look.
And
Yeah.
you'll have plenty of time to call us. Charge your phone up because you're going to be in line for a while.
I'll send Dr. Stein a message. Say, would you look for a payphone while you're up there in Charlotte?
Okay. Peter, thank you as always.
Yes,
we
thank
do
you.
appreciate you
Yeah.
coming in. And
Yes.
again, if
Thank
anybody has questions, got your pencil? Got the piece of paper?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? 252 675 4488.
Excuse me.
You
Without
can
the
you can
cough.
edit out the excuse me
cough.
part.
Yes.
Just give him a call and he'll help you out.
Right.
How's that?
Yeah,
Good
ask for
information.
Peter.
And I-
Well,
Yes.
you will be speaking to Peter if you call that number.
Mr. Right.
Mr.
Peter. I hate
Well,
Mr. Right.
Well, the ladies out there, you are Mr. Right,
That's
right?
right. Mr. Right.
Your wife says you are Mr. Right, right?
Mm-hmm.
She chose you
That's
as
right.
Mr. Right,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Right? on. Okay, that's enough. Peter, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, as
appreciate it.
always.
And you know, it's personal service, but it's we think it's important enough that these folks out here need to know, because I always get questions about Medicare. I have questions about Medicare.
Anybody ask me anything, I just say, here's Peter's number. Call him. Because people go, well, what do you have on your plan? And how much are you paying? And why are you doing it? I said, just call Peter.
Well, thank you.
Because I'm not going to suggest to someone to get what I have, because it may not be right for them.
You might not like the swimming pools that I like.
Yes.
So-
I don't like this.
I like a big swimming pool so I don't bump into people when I'm swimming.
Right.
There you go again. Right. Always
Correct. Yes. I agree.
Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter.
Well, thank you, Peter, as always.
We'll
As
thank
always,
you.
we
see you the
enjoy-
next go round. As soon as I get by there, I'm gonna probably drop you a text and let you know how it works.
Right.
And the reason I hadn't checked the text is it was just yesterday you sent it, or last time. I don't know what time it was.
It was it yesterday? I think it was either yesterday or day
No, it was
before.
yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay.
yesterday.
But it was probably in the morning, afternoon, early
well.
afternoon, somewhere in there. Yeah. Because I've been waiting for that answer. So
Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've got
Yeah.
it. It's in writing and I can show it to the people. That's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So.
Super.
Very good.
Okay. We will see you in the next go
Yeah,
round.
it'll be in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks. We will
And
see
we're
you.
switching to once a month now.
Okay. Gotcha.
So you'll be back the first week in April,
Yep. Yeah.
and then and from April on, once a month until it's
Yeah.
time again. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right,
Super.
I got it now. Help me remember that.
I'll help you remember
But
that.
think you have a good drive back later today.
Yeah.
You're going
thanks.
to Durham?
Yeah.
Durham.
Durham.
Maybe you better
Durham.
stop by Academy Sports and get you a couple boxes of ammo.
They some of the, how was the pronunciation that I used to hear? Durham.
Durham.
We're
Durham.
going to Durham. Durham.
Oh,
Okay.
Durham. That's how I say
Where are you
Durham.
from? We're from Durham. Durham. It's funny.
I might be up there this week, and I haven't decided yet. But,
Uh-huh.
yeah, not this weekend. Next weekend. I'm sorry,
My
wrong
wife will be
weekend.
in Greensboro tomorrow
Yeah.
and then back here on Saturday.
Well, my wife wants to spend all the time up there because of a grandchild up there now. So,
Oh, yeah.
I understand. I
Can't you kidnap
understand.
the grandchild? Come down here for a while.
My granddaughter was born in Durham.
Durham?
Durham. She was born in Durham.
Durham.
Yes, she
Really?
was. Mm-hmm.
She a Durhamite?
Not so much. She's my twin. She's a mess anyway. But yeah, thank you so much. And hopefully things should calm down with the phone calls soon, being that open season is closing March 31st.
yeah, except it's you've got that weather-related event
Yeah.
that pushes out one more month. So after that,
Steve.
I'm hoping that it's less.
Steve may have
Okay.
a question. Hold on one second, just in
Okay.
case.
There he is. Well, first of all, Steve, can you hear me?
I can.
Good.
Can
Do
you hear me?
I do. Do I sound
It's
fine
like a
today?
commercial.
Yeah, you sound just fine to me, I guess.
What was the stalling you just did? The pause. Did you have to consult somebody?
He's
Maybe.
like-
Well, the first thing is I thought of, did you mean audio or visual?
Well, you can't. I hope you can't see me.
Huh?
That picture that you see on the screen is not really me. That's an AI.
If you got
I
a
got
question
you.
for Peter,
What you got for Peter?
Actually, I don't have a question for Peter. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I
That's
got
fine. I'm all
10
for
years
it.
before I
He's
have
off the
any
hook.
questions for him. But, and I got Blue Cross Blue Shield, so he probably don't like me anyway.
no,
That's what he likes.
no, we all have
I'll
Blue
just take it.
Cross.
I got you. I'm just thinking. But I actually want to call you about something that happened to me this morning. I was walking by the bar where I got all my little plants waiting to go outside,
Uh-huh.
and my Sweet 100 has a cluster of little green tomatoes hanging on it.
No.
Yeah, I ain't never had tomato plants that wanted to grow so bad
In
and the weather be so
March.
uncooperative.
Wow.
They're going to be some hardy plants.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're they're a good foot tall now above the soil level.
Well, good. And they must have Well, they made it through the heat because we had 90 degrees here on Monday, wasn't it? And dropped down to 36 or something overnight.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I was gonna say I hardened them off. I put them outside in the sunshine.
I was gonna say that they are conditioned. They're ready to do anything.
Yeah.
Sweet 100. Oh God, I could taste those
I
right now.
love those. I
I
love
was going to pull the
those.
balloons off on them, but being it's a sweet 100, I figured it ain't gonna take up too much growth.
No, it doesn't. And
I'm just so impatient. I'm ready to plant, and I know it's not time.
I've got the soil ready. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there, put it in the beds, and get my stuff ready.
Steve, let me tell you what I did. I had a bell pepper a couple weeks ago, and I used to cook something.
Oh, okay.
And I took the seeds out of it, so I planted the seeds, and I have some sprouting.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna see how it goes. I've just done that with some tomato seeds that I cut out of a tomato.
Really?
You know how when you cut a tomato and the seeds are all yucky?
Where did you get the tomato?
From the store.
Yeah. Who knows what you're going to be
I'm
growing?
going to try it and see what happens.
Come out tasting like tequila
Right.
with a worm in it.
You know what tomatoes from the grocery store taste like, right?
Yeah, cardboard.
Yeah, they're all
Disappointment.
Yeah, they are absolutely. You can look at them; they can look fine on the shelf.
I know. I came by the farm stand yesterday in Carteret County, and I was going to stop, but I would have to the traffic was crazy, and I just But I love that stand over there in Carteret.
The one at Swansboro, Cedar Point.
Yeah, right after you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't that the Carteret line?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, Winberries.
It's worth driving over there too.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and it's right beside Red Fern's nursery. That's what it is.
That's the other thing.
Yeah, that would have been the other issue.
I may have to just take a little trip over there.
I love going to
Last time I went over
Winberries
there, I
and
came back on the
Redfern's.
radio a couple of weeks
I
ago.
got you. I was going to say now, when I go there, I'll tell you a little secret. I park in Red Fern's parking lot because they got a nice parking lot.
Yes.
And the one over there at the Winberries, it's a little congested there.
We do the same, my sister and I, when we go. Yeah, we do the same because we're going to go to Redfern's anyway.
I
I'm
just,
gonna go to both. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
as I pull in, I just hit the brakes and spin around twice. People get out of the way. That way, they don't park near me.
Yeah, and that's where they'll have them good Bogue Sound watermelons.
Yes.
Yep.
And the other melons. Oh, cantaloupes.
The thing a couple of years ago, I got really disappointed in the Bogue. I had a really bad year apparently because every one I got up there was not good. It was just did not taste good.
Wow. I must have skipped that year.
Well, there's some bad. That happens. There will be bad years when the crops are bad. You know what? I don't care what you do; it tastes bad.
Right.
If it
I
lives.
think what happens sometimes is they get a little antsy and they might pick them a little early too, trying to get them up there on the stand.
Yeah, but this happened 3 times in a row, and they know. I know when they know when they should pick them, and they know when they should be picking them. And that's what I look for too.
I hear that.
All that yellow bottom.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes they'll pick a whole row, and if you let it sit there on the shelf on the counter or whatever, it'll still get yellow, but it ain't gonna taste quite.
no, it's not the same.
Yeah,
Vine ripened.
Yeah. That's why. And I'd really be happy if they cut a little bit of vine off with every one instead of clipping it off even.
That would be good too.
I know it probably don't make a difference, but it'd make me feel better.
I would know. So I would know it's kind of like kind of like the umbilical cord, right?
Yeah, I guess too, but yeah.
All right. Well, I'd be anxious to see what those things taste like. So I got to go. I got to go get some and get them in the ground. I'm gonna do it probably next week.
Those little cherry sweet ones.
Oh,
That's
they're the absolute best.
I don't know where you got those from, but those were so good. I would just go outside and sit on the deck and sit there and eat them.
I got them from their what is it, S&G up there, SGH or something like that.
Right there in
Before you get to Swansboro.
Yes,
that's it.
yes.
Yeah.
Like the green stands.
Yeah.
That's where I get the other half of my plants.
Yep.
I split it between those 2 places.
Well, that's perfect. So I get them. I know they're going to be good. So that's the good thing.
So they never made it to the refrigerator. I just sit out there
Now
and eat them.
the 25th of April
April 25th,
at the farmers market here in Jacksonville they're going to have a big plant sale there.
Yes.
Now they got a lot. Their stuff, Eddie, the plants that they got, like veggies and whatever, they're going to be locally grown from
Right.
seeds, locally. So that's going to be if you want some plants for sure that going to be local, you can do it then. Now, even if you plant now, or you got plants and you're going to put in the ground, it won't hurt you to go save a couple spaces and go by there and pick those up. Your second helping, in other words, they'll be a little bit later, perhaps. If you've got plants in the ground next week,
Right.
I wouldn't do it before next week because we still got some crap out there.
Saturday night, a low of 35. So far, that's the lowest for
that's
the
enough,
next
though.
week.
We don't want it.
Right.
Yeah. I was going to say the future cap for mid-April shows like some low 40s.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm
So-
like,
Yeah. Well, if I don't plant too many tomatoes at the same time, but I plant some early ones, I can cover those in this raised bed because it's not on the ground. It's up high. It's 4 feet off the ground, 3.5 feet off the ground. So I can easily throw a cover over the top of that.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't like to let my pepper plants be in temperatures below 50 degrees.
I swear you can't kill them. Last year when I took up
yeah, you
most
can. I
everything,
can.
look, I had peppers in November, December.
Well, I had tomatoes in November.
Yes. I mean, I just could
Not
not, the
many.
peppers would not die.
I picked tomatoes and I picked peppers in November.
Right. Well, this year I'm going for big. We'll see.
I'm trying to find something odd, so I'm going to try and get out to that farmer's market there on 25th.
Yeah. Do early.
They got
Do-
one called a rainbow tomato. That's,
Yes.
orange and red stripes.
I've had that, and
Really?
they're
Orange and
good.
red stripes.
It's kind of almost purplish and reddish. It's kind of different.
Right.
Then there's the Cherokee Indian from over in the western part of the state. Cherokee
Cherokee purple.
Cherokee purple.
Cherokee
Yeah,
purple.
I got 4 of those. I've been growing those.
I don't know. I want to know
those.
those small melons that you grew last year.
What small melon?
He was growing some type of small melon last
The
year.
little
Icebox?
not honeydew, but icebox.
Icebox
Icebox?
watermelons. Yeah, that's what my granddaddy used to
I'll
grow.
write that down.
Oh yeah.
I actually grew one of those Charleston Grays. I grew one, got good size, like the football shaped ones,
Right.
Yeah.
and the other 2 were still good, but they were odd shaped and size. But
Gotcha.
they turned out good. They tasted
Okay.
amazing.
Good.
Better than any melon I'd had. But
All
I
right.
am
I'm going to try.
kind of
All right.
technically in the Boat Town area too with the sandy soil.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no. Can I
Y'all
just
have a
go
blessed
get,
day.
All right, you too. Bye.
bye, Steve. Can I just go get a couple buckets of sand from that area and throw them in my yard and try to grow them
I
there?
think we just go by in the nighttime and steal his stuff. That's not a problem. You're live and local.
Yeah, are you guys done? Is this a wrap up show?
We're
we still got about 3 minutes.
ready to wrap up.
And I found out what the problem was.
What was that?
My cat apparently walked across the board here, and the pot that there are a number of pots here, and they feed different things, and the one of them that was feeding from that side of the table, his microphone, the one that was feeding the telephones had been turned down. But my cat walks across this console on a regular basis when she comes in here, because she comes in and
You
likes
need to
to
put
just
some
get all over the place.
Catnip somewhere else.
No, I just need to put barbed wire around it. With
So you're making a
electricity in
joke,
it.
right?
No, I'm not.
Figure out why.
I did. I figured it
No,
out.
it really was his
Because
cat.
while Peter was still talking, you hung up.
Right.
I called the same number and I listened to it and I said, yes, it is too low. So I looked around and I said, son of a gun. Well, I
You
was
were right,
supposed to do that.
Charlie. I was wrong. I was blaming it on you two.
No, it's not YouTube. And then I looked over
Right.
here at the board. I says, there's the pot that feeds the telephone box from that side of the table. Not all the mics are
Mhm.
fed to that pot. But you were
Hey,
right.
can I ask you guys a serious question?
Sure.
You guys have like 10 to 15 viewers watching your program. I like your show. I mean, obviously, me calling in, well, I'm an idiot. But so why do you guys do this respectfully? I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you. Why do you guys do this?
Well, you're looking at something on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
There's 10 to 15 viewers on YouTube. If you do the same, because we're on Facebook as well, and there's going to always be a larger audience on Facebook. And not only that, on Facebook, we know that what is shown there is the people who are watching is not totally accurate, because it does not measure the people, the strange people out there. Some people, it doesn't show them there, but we can go into something called insights on Facebook, and we can see every person that's viewing and looking. We know how many are looking.
Yeah, by the end of the day, there are hundreds between YouTube and a lot of people don't watch the show till later in the day or when they get home. They
some people don't watch it live.
And I know that I can go to YouTube and watch a feed without actually clicking on it. So a lot of people don't click on it because they don't want their name to show. So the numbers that you see are skewed and not really the correct numbers. By the end of the night, we'll go in there to the back office and we'll look at the numbers and they show different. But YouTube was just a little extra that we added about a year ago. And we may go even further into other fields like Rumble and, things like that, that I might
Spread the wealth.
Even X, we could do our show and produce it on X too. But
And we're still, there's a local regional radio station that we're kind of negotiating with a little bit.
right.
Hold on. Wait. Okay, so two quick things. I've got you guys on YouTube right now, and I've got you on Facebook. YouTube looks like Stevie Wonder trying to figure out what's going on. On Facebook, it's very crystal clear. So I don't understand the reception, why it's so super crystal clear on Facebook.
It varies from location to location, from hour to hour. And 20 minutes from now, Facebook may be looking good, and YouTube may have just dropped out. I mean, we have that issue. That's the reason we're on both.
So let me ask you this: why aren't you guys? Why aren't? Okay, you mentioned that you might be on like a local radio. You might be syndicated. Why aren't you there? Do you have a marketer that's trying to promote your brand?
No, we just got us, the two of us, and Chris. When he's going to be in here doing some more stuff too, in that direction. So we're going to be working on that.
Maybe I should work for you guys. Maybe I should promote your brand.
I got a quarter. We don't have any money coming in. I need somebody to sell us. Can you do that?
Well, I like your show. Here's why I like your program. It's just very simple. You're just giving out your simple opinions. You're not like these obnoxious know-it-alls.
I can be.
I don't. Huh?
I could be. Would you like me to be that way? No.
Which way?
Obnoxious and know-it-all.
Okay, Mr.
No, I think that's why you're likable. I think you guys are just...
And I know what you're saying. We put something different on the air. We're not here to do the traditional. I don't want to do the traditional. I'm way too old to do the traditional. I am not traditional. I'm about the oddest person you will ever find on radio.
Well, I'm not sure about that. But have you guys ever thought about have you ever thought about doing something like pre-production where they tape you going fishing, maybe going grocery shopping, just normal things? I think that's the thing that people want to see. So if you guys did an intro in your program before you went live, just to see you guys normal people out in your community.
Yeah, I was going to do an intro. I've just not gotten into it yet. I eventually I will do an intro.
We have done a couple of things, and we just have not put the stuff together on a regular basis. Once was when I had a producer who demanded, they didn't demand, they requested that I produce a 30-second promo for the following day stuff, and they would run it all day long on the radio station. That was one thing that they did for the show, that was good. I'm glad they told me they wanted to do it. I'm not a promotions person. I'm content driven, and our content is what we put out here now. That's the way we do it. It's a little bit different.
Right.
Now, will that change? A good possibility. If we find a niche for it, if we find a radio station that wants to do it and do it our way, then we can up our game. I won't have any problem. First thing we have to do, we're independent. We have to pay for everything in here. And that means I'm paying out of my pocket for everything from this internet provision these microphones. I don't know. I'm sure you know what mics cost. Each one of these is over $400. Just the microphone.
Yeah, but hold on.
Yeah.
But when you go on YouTube, it doesn't cost you any money to do your show, does it?
No.
No.
I think you guys should. Listen, I think you guys should let
me finish. $177 a month for the internet connection that we have to have, and which includes 2 telephone lines. So it does cost something.
Yeah, but that's not really a lot. I think what you guys should do, you put something together, send it out to like 40 or 50, online shop. I don't know, whatever these online popular podcasts are, and say, listen, we're very low. We're simple people from where you are. This is our story. I think people might buy it, but you got to put the work. You got to advertise it.
We're live. That's one of the problems that we have with other folks who may want to carry it. The podcasters that we know, the folks who are producing pieces around here, they're not live. They sit in the studio, they'll tape something. Sometimes they'll do take 1, take 2, and take 3. And that's not me. That's not what we want to do. That's not what the whole purpose is. We want to provide something that's live that people have access to if you want to call in and talk.
Yeah, we do a lot of community service, Charlie. That's our biggest goal.
I think you guys are missing a market. You got to figure out the market in California, Nevada, Iowa, New York, Florida, Georgia. You need to contact like these major radio whatever they're called online. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
Why?
Well, don't you want to advance your program? Maybe people want to hear your voices.
Why?
Because, I don't know, because you have nice voices. So
I have a life the rest of the day. I don't need to devote it to this show all day long. There are 22 hours a day.
So you're happy with 10 viewers.
I'm sorry, say again?
So you're happy with 10 viewers.
That we don't have 10 viewers. That is what you're seeing, Charlie. We tried to explain that to you.
5 or 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000 viewers where you're making money?
What would I do with them?
You don't have to do anything. You donate the money. You don't need the money. Money's not going to change your life.
Yes, it would. It would make my life easier. I wouldn't have to pay $177 a month for this internet connection that we have.
Then maybe just say, hey, it's Rayford, and hey, can you guys donate $4 a month? And you're going to get someone to cover those costs. Everybody does it online. All these people online, they donate money to these podcasts. You know what? Set up a donation. I will give you money. Put up something online. I will give you money.
Okay. We'll wait for the money. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
See you. I would love to have money, and if we want to do that, it's easy enough to do. It's not easy.
Right.
It's expensive. It's time consuming. I really, really don't have that many years left on this earth to devote a lot of attention to some of this stuff. Yes, if we have something, could we have somebody like a Charlie to promote us, to get out here, to sell us, to do this, to do that? Yeah, we could do that. When? Well, Lee, trying to sell local people here, neither one of us is a salesperson.
All right.
And it's hard to sell air. I don't know whether anybody knows it or not. It takes a special type of person to be able to sell air.
Well, something that I wanted to bring up earlier, but we ran out of time. But real quick, let me talk about radio. Today, we are talking about CBS. We informed our CBS News radio team and approximately 700 affiliated stations that we will end service on May 22nd, 2026. This is CBS News eliminating 700 radio stations. They said a shift in radio station programming strategies coupled with challenging economic realities made it impossible to continue the service. And as we see that happening a lot with radio.
Here's the situation.
It's going away.
Well, it's with CBS for one thing right here. CBS has got They're trying to get back. And if you'll notice, if you paid any attention yesterday to when Donald Trump was blasting people, he blasted every major news outlet except Fox News and except CBS News. Now, he has blasted Fox News periodically. CBS he's laid off of lately. Why? Because CBS has got a new person. They got a new chief. And she is coming in and she is doing things the way that the way that it was done when CBS was number one. When CBS News was number one, CBS led, and nobody could touch them.
Well, they said the radio business is changing, and I see that every day because I get most of my news off of YouTube. That is independent journalists, and they do have other big stations like Fox News or whatever, but that's where I get most of my news and I watch. And more and more people are gravitating towards that than before. When's the last time you walked into a room and turned on a AM FM radio?
In here?
Yes.
Anywhere
in the house.
This is done. Most of radio is in the cars.
Right.
Radio is a mobile thing.
Which
it is not sitting at your home and turning the radio on anymore.
Exactly. That's the point I'm making.
Except for early morning radio.
Right.
People get up and as I know because I was on it.
I grew up listening to it.
I was on it just a couple of years ago. People tuned in because we got calls from them. We know that they were listening.
Exactly.
But it was a tune-in for a specific show. It wasn't a tune-in to listen to music or anything else. They tune in for a specific show. Shows sell. Personalities sell.
That's right.
Canned radio does not work.
That's what I'm saying.
Canned DJs, I can put a CD in or an MP3 or whatever you've got on this stupid little telephone here for music, you can plug that into your cars or into your home entertainment center, and you can get all of it. It's canned.
Right.
It's just like the stuff at home. It's just like the stuff that you get on live radio that's not live. These DJs that these folks are talking about, disc jockeys, they're not live. They're not live. Nope. They record it. They are in the studio and they're recording intros. Hi, coming up next, we've got Joni Van Ark and the Drifters. And they'll take a commercial break. And when they come back, and here's Joni Van Ark, and they record those little things, and it goes into a computer, and it's programmed to come out at a certain time, a certain way.
Right.
That's the way they do it. You think they're live? No. They're not live. Almost none.
Nope.
Give me a small town radio station with a live DJ, and they've got personality.
What I'm trying to say is news is going away on radio. Talk shows will always be there to stay because people tune in to hear what's happening. They're listening to you live, and that is one thing that will never go away from radio.
That's what saved AM radio.
That's right. But as far as news on the radio, it's just people are moving towards other avenues. And, 10 years from now, it'll be something different.
And, well, the news on the radio was a 5-minute or 3.5-minute newscast with the 90 seconds of commercial. Okay.
Right.
That's what the network news, the ABC, CBS, and NBC,
Right.
That's what they provided to their affiliates. At the top of the hour or 5 minutes till, as ABC used to do, because we're an ABC affiliate. They would provide a short newscast, came on exactly at, I think it was exactly at 55. It could have been 54:30. It would come on. We took it live. They did it, and they cut out at exactly the right time, and we hit the button, and then we were back live with ourselves.
Well, actually,
that's the radio news that has been going on forever.
The only radio that I listen to is talk shows. And like early morning talk shows. That's how I grew up. That's what I love. People still like the talk shows on the radio, the live ones. But as far as tuning in the radio to get the news or weather, that's gone. Yeah.
That's the reason we don't call ourselves news people.
That's right.
Okay.
What talk us?
I'm tired.
I'm too, and I have a meeting to go to soon, so I have to go. Well, it's a couple hours. I have a couple hours, but I got to go. Got to go. We got to go.
Real quick, the Air Canada disaster is not looking too good for the tower personnel at LaGuardia right now.
Oh, gosh.
It's not good. The NTSB read a timeline of events during the 3 minutes of the flight through the plane crashing into a fire truck that was given permission to cross the runway.
Yes.
There are questions about the communications, whether the truck could even hear them or not. Somebody else actually keyed up a mic and blocked out the transmission on one of the transmissions with the plane just seconds from touching down. Seconds, not a minute and a half. It touched down within seconds that it collided with the truck. From the minute the wheels hit the deck, ding. Why couldn't it see that big old airplane? Because there are a million lights out there that don't look out.
It's blinding.
And you don't know what they're looking at. A voice from the tower is heard telling the truck to stop, 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 literally only seconds apart. Too late. And if you will look at that video again, you will see the truck. It looks like it tries to take off and veer to the left. When it says, go, go, you can go now, and it starts to go, then you see the truck veer a little bit to the left. I think they try to make it. We'll hear from the pilots. I mean, from the truck driver.
Yeah, I listened to Captain Steve again last night. It's just so sad. It
is awful. Okay, we are going tomorrow.
Tomorrow we have Papa Top, Chris Miller.
Then we also have
Ellie Patino with the Ospreys. He was originally scheduled for Monday, and he's moving till tomorrow. And we also have our
text message.
Yes, we also have our district attorney that's calling in at 7:50 tomorrow. I just got finished talking to Misty, and he's calling in to talk to us about about. I guess he's in this play again at the church. Wait a minute, let's see if I can get to it.
Oh, the Easter thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He wants to talk about the Victor, the Easter drama playing at Bethlehem Baptist
Church. Then I won't ask
Church.
him any other questions. I'll tell him I want to talk to him. Then
We'll definitely get him in soon. And then I'm also working on getting his daughter, Catherine, Miss Gastonia, back in on the show very soon. Her. Yeah, because she's competing again for Miss North Carolina.
Yes, good.
She's a beautiful child.
Usually takes
so
3
sweet.
times. Did you know that?
No, I've never competed. Yeah.
Well, I've covered a lot of them. I've photographed a lot of them.
Right.
And they'll go, and those who are really dedicated, because it's a grueling task. So we'll talk to her about that too. So
Miss Rice this morning, Miss Grice, and find out
what happened.
But anyway,
Lisa, did you get lost?
Then Dr. Abrams, our heart doctor,
that's Friday.
We'll be on here Friday.
I'll send him a text today too.
Confirm him. So this has just been a week with miscommunications, but it happens sometimes. It happens. So
failure to communicate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Be safe out there, and think about it. I put a question out there at the first of the show, and I'd like you to look up, find a place you would like to go. If there's some little exotic location, it could be downtown Austin. I don't care. If there's some place, I would imagine that there are a lot of people that would like to go to Key West. Where would they go at Key West?
The beach?
No, the bar.
The bar? Well, there's bars at the beach.
Well, Key West is all beach. Come on. But you've got a couple of very famous bars down there. Maybe they would like to go there just to sample it. I've been there just because I went there. I never stayed in Key West, but I went to Key West a few times. Okay, we'll see it. And find out what it is. Get their Latin law and call us and tell us why you would like to go to wherever you would like to go.
Sure.
Iran, you let us know. You're live and local. Real talk. We're always right. And sometimes we have Peter right and never wrong.